What do you see when you see this cover? Do you see something beautiful, simplistic, looks great, ship it all day? Or do you see something bland, garbage, lazy, stupid? I've pretty much heard it all at this point. Now, there's been a lot of game covers. Obviously, there's a lot of games, so there's a lot of game covers to accompany them. But as they've released, I haven't seen quite as much controversy as this one here, for some reason. I mean, look at it. It looks simple. It's Goku on the cover. He's flying, blah, blah, blah. But some people just do not like this cover, and then some people love it. I don't know. For starters, it's not an important topic at all, but it's kind of fun to talk about. I mean, whenever there's controversy, there's intrigue, I guess, for me at least. But ultimately, what matters most with Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is the gameplay, how fun is the game, all this and all that. But I wanted to touch on this because at the time that this is released, I don't know if you guys are watching this in the future after the game's already come out. It's like, who cares about the cover? Maybe gross on some people, I don't know. But when this cover was first revealed, there is a huge amount of controversy now. I'm speaking about it as if it's in past tense, but it's actually now. I think this is one of those rare times where I think it's actually like evenly 50-50 on people who like it versus people who dislike the cover. Whereas sometimes there's like more of a clear majority on whichever side. But I'm actually kind of curious just to see for sure. Gonna be a little poll in the top of the video that should slide out right now. Do you like this cover or do you dislike this cover? And I understand it's obviously a preference thing, like what are your artistic tastes or whatever. For me personally, this is a very visually appealing cover. It's just very simple, very modern looking, you know what I mean? Just a clean image of Goku flying forward on the Nimbus. I guess the biggest issue people are having with it, I think, is just like the red background is just kind of bland. Like a lot of people are even saying that this is a Spider-Man ripoff. I guess for me, I feel like a simple Dragon Ball cover was kind of, I wouldn't say needed because, you know, who cares? It's just a cover. But then why are you making a video on it, Deion? Because I find the topic interesting at the very least. And plus, I feel like it's cool to document moments like this because, again, people might look back on this in the future and be like, oh, wow, there was an actual controversy about the cover. Yes, there actually was. Is right now. I'm not in the future. But I mean, if you look at some of the previous Dragon Ball covers, I feel like a lot of them were kind of doing too much in my opinion. I liked them at the time. I still like them. They still hold up in my opinion. But I mean, let's just look at some of them. So we have Budokai 1 here. I like this cover. Like you have the contrast between, you know, Goku being fully colored and then you have like the red tint for these characters in the background. It's cool. It's all right. But like you can kind of see like they're doing a lot. There's a whole bunch of characters. It's covering up the entire cover of the game, which in some people's eyes, again, is not a problem, but that's an example of doing a lot. Okay, I won't say doing too much, but doing a lot. Budokai 2, similar concept. It has one colored character just as the centerpiece. And then in the background, you have 3 characters showing off, I guess, that, hey, we have Gotenks in this game. And it's just kind of, Budokai 2 was kind of showing off like, hey, we have the Buu Saga because Budokai 1 obviously ended at Cell. But this one also, I like this one actually. This one's actually a really cool cover. It holds up very well in my opinion. Has like a nice little silver shine to it, almost like a holographic Yu-Gi-Oh card or something. Kid Buu's eyes are red with the silver background. So I do like this. It's simplistic. It's not doing quite as much as the Budokai 1 cover, but it's still doing a lot, I would say. Like you have all these characters up here. It's not doing too much. That doesn't mean it's doing too much, but it's doing, you know, okay, maybe not a lot. Like a step below a lot, but it's not doing a little. All right, Budokai 3. This is a perfect example of doing something very simple, and it does well. You know what I mean? Like it does simplicity very well. I love this cover so much. It's just Goku, the black in the background, and it's like an artistic look of Goku because it's kind of cut off a little bit. You have Goku, you know, flying up, punching. It's just a very aesthetically pleasing cover to look at, in my opinion. I love this Dragon Ball Z cover. And you can't talk about Budokai 3 without at least mentioning Budokai Tenkaichi 3. And to show this one, I'm gonna have to cut out the green screen for a second just because we got a green looking cover. This is an example, in my opinion, of just doing a lot. Some people might like this cover. I don't dislike the cover, but like it's doing a lot, in my opinion. Like it's just, you know, you're just trying to cram all these characters in there. Not that it looks bad, again, but it's doing a lot. Like you just, all this is going on. In my opinion, it's not the best looking cover. Obviously the game is good, but yeah, that's that cover. I know now it just seems like a tour of all the Dragon Ball Z covers, but like I'm curious of all the covers that led up to this point. So let's move on to the PS3, Xbox 360 era with Burst Limit. This has a similar vibe to me as like Budokai 1 and Budokai 2, where it's like the colored character in the middle, Then you kind of have like more of a black and white-ish like tint on Frieza and Cell in the back, but it's very simple. I think this cover does its job well, but you know, people love having, I guess, like the extra stuff in the background. I think that's the people who don't like the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot cover are the people who wish that there was just a little more in the background. Like a lot of people who made their own version or whatever of the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot cover threw on like random characters in the background, and just like they need some stuff going on. Similar to Tenkaichi 3 in my opinion, this just has too much going on. Raging Blast 2, look at all this. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. Xenoverse 2 was pretty simplistic, but like again, they have to have some stuff going on. Like instead of just a monotone background, they have like a texture, have Goku Shadow, and then within Goku Shadow, they have Bardock and Future Gohan there. I don't dislike really any of the Dragon Ball game covers. I don't dislike them, but I like some more than others. This is one that I don't like as much as the other ones. I can't track down my Fighters cover, but this is what that looked like. The contrast between all of those to Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, in my opinion, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is very welcome in my eyes, because I like to see something like this where it's just simple. It's almost like thumbnail. A thumbnail and a game cover serve the same job, where they're trying to catch an audience's eye to hopefully, for a video's sake, click on it, or for a buyer's sake, grab. So regardless of which side you stand on as it pertains to Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, ultimately what really matters is the quality of the game itself. Sometimes covers grow on people over time, so maybe like right now you might not like it, but revisit this video in like a year if you remember. Maybe it'll pop up in your suggested, and just let me know if your opinion changed at all, or you could just be like, yep, still hate it. In my last Dragon Ball Z Kakarot video, I said I would buy a Badman shirt if I got over 10,000 likes. Long story short, I got way over 10,000 likes, so I have no other options. But I want to do the shop with you guys, okay? Just because obviously I don't have it on in this video. Vegeta shirt. Let's see if we can find one. Okay, Hot Topic. Let's see if we can just... That's exactly what I'm looking for, fella. Out of stock. I'm not giving up that easily. Okay, I don't give up on the first Google search, fellas. Okay, let's check Amazon. Currently unavailable. Yo, why everybody buying out of stock these Badman shirts? You can't wear like me. Walmart also out of stock. You're telling me nobody on Amazon has a Vegeta Badman shirt? Vegeta Badman shirt. Is this it? It's pink, but it does not say. It's just a random... Yo, am I gonna have to like get this shirt and like customize it to make the Badman shirt? Because this doesn't cut it for me. But yeah, all the Badman shirts that I see on here are just t-shirts. There's a tank top. A Badman hoodie looks kind of fire, actually. Okay, maybe I found it. Hello, what is this website? They got different sizes. Is this what I'm looking for? It's probably gonna take forever to actually get here. I don't know how I feel about that text. That don't look like this. This don't look the same as this. This is Frosted Flakes. This is Flakes with Frosted Touch. All right, I'm an artist, so I'm gonna do the arting. Let's just cop this. Looks like a good quality. And what I'm gonna do is I'll make a separate video of me making the Vegeta Badman shirt. If this video gets 10,000 likes with this shirt right here. All right. So I'm gonna put an order down for this right now. I've never made my own shirt or anything, so I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but we gonna figure it out. We got YouTube how-to videos, so I can do anything. Bye! If you smell what reacts is cooking.